Pitch from Morial. Curveball is up in the air towards the first base side. Going back is Brickhouse. He's under in foul ground, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So that'll do it for here in the way half of the 6th inning. As the Bourne Braves to hold a 3-2 lead hitting to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to Mariners Baseball on the Harwich Mariners Radio Network. And welcome back inside the broadcast booth from Doreen Field. It is a new pitcher on the mound for the Mariners. Austin Wood out of Stetson University, making his first appearance on the Cape League so far. Stetson obviously very good team this year. A couple guys on the Cape. Logan Gilbert played for Orleans last year, drafted in the first round. Was their ace as Wood fires a fastball right down Main Street for strike 1. As the 6, 7, 8 hitters up now for the Braves as they try to tack on to the 3-2 lead. As fastball goes low and away.
And Wood has an interesting motion. He sort of rears back as he kicks up his left leg before throwing.
Guess really trying to push off that mound and gain some extra velocity. As the 1-1 from Wood. Off-speed pitch misses low and away. However, Debo acknowledges the good pitch, as he points out to Wood. So nobody on, nobody out, 2-1 count. As brushing off the plate is Oriente, but it's in there for a strike on the inner half. So Wood has him even now at 0-2. Should be the 2-2. A 2-2 pitch, checking down the first base side. He went around, he said. So Wood picks up his first K on the first batter he faces here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So Alika Williams, the shortstop, made a couple nice plays tonight, and we've seen that from opposing teams against Harwich. As Williams swings at the first pitch. Wood gets his side from the windup. Fastball's fouled off to the screen. Wood ahead now 0-2. So nobody on, 1 man out here in the home half of the 6th inning. The 0-2 from Wood. Slider just misses low and away. That's Williams' check swing, but able to lay off that one.
It's always so important for relief pitchers when they come in to have control, and Wood so far has had that. 6 strikes, just 3 balls.
So he tries to go back to the outer half, but can't get Williams to bite again. So 2-2 to Williams. Runs up and in and misses inside now. So 3 straight balls thrown from Wood as Williams is able to run the count full now here with 1 out. Wood gets his pitch. He fires from the windup as that one misses low and away. So man aboard here. As Brad Debo, the catcher, will call time and head out to talk to Wood.
The catcher number 13 from the University of Mississippi, Cooper Johnson.
And Coach Englert also comes out to the mound. And the left side of the infield will join him. The right side still out there on the dirt. Lipsius and Tanner Morris come together to talk things over in the infield, while the rest of the infield talks with Coach Englert.
He talks some situation on how they want to attack Johnson and the rest of this lineup. So stepping in now for the Braves is the catcher Cooper Johnson out of Ole Miss. Of course, Ryan Rollison pitched for Orleans last year, Ole Miss product. He also won in the first round of this year's draft. As the first pitch to Johnson, fastball on the outer half for a strike. So Williams off at first. Running towards second now as Johnson takes a swing and fouls the 0-1 off towards the first base side. So Johnson in the hole now 0-2. As the sun begins to set here in Doran Park. Winds died down a bit from where it was earlier in the night. As the 0-2 to Johnson is spoiled off and fouled towards the first base side again. So 1 man on with 1 man out. 0-2 to Cooper Johnson. From the stretch, he kicks and fires and just runs away on the outer half, so 1-2 now to Johnson. Braves trying to get over 500 again after winning the last 2 games. As they're 4-4 on the season. Mariners, of course, 5-3 after the 4-game win streak. As going towards second again as ball misses low and away. Throw down from Debo as it gets away from the second baseman Morris, but Thompson on the backup.
All of a sudden, a runner in scoring position for the Bourne Braves with just 1 out. They'll have a couple of opportunities to try to drive in that run. And with the way the Mariners' bats have been recently, the last 11 batters have been retired for the Harwich Mariners. You'd have to think that they can't allow any more runs at this point because they may not get many more opportunities.
That's the 2-2 to Johnson. Ball misses inside. I think it maybe Debo could have framed down if he caught that one, but so runner on second after the stolen base picked up by Williams. Johnson's worked the count all the way back to 3-2. The 3-2 is in there for strike 3, and Cooper Johnson goes down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Now batting, full right fielder number 30 from the University of Hartford, Ashton Bartel.
Say what you will about the Harwich Mariners pitching staff tonight, but they have been able to get a lot of strikeouts. That was strikeout number 10 And 10 out of the 17 outs the Mariners have had have been by the way of the K.
As that one first pitch gets away from Debo as it bounces off the brick behind home plate. And advancing toward third now is Williams.
All of a sudden, an insurance run stands just 90 feet away for the Bourne Braves.
Braves are to lead this one 3-2. Looking to make it a 4-2 lead. If Barzell can find a way to score. As the 1-0 misses in the dirt, but good block there by the catcher Debo. So Wood behind 2-0 now. So he fires a fastball as misses on the inner half as Barzell backs off a bit out of the box. She steps back in now, taps home plate twice, and see if he has the green light here with the 3-0. Now it misses inside, and he'll take his base. So runners on the corners here in the home half of the 6th.
And I mentioned earlier that Wood seemed to have good control to start off his outing. Well, now he has thrown 9 strikes and 13 balls, so he has seemingly lost some of that control.
Yeah, not what you want after retiring. Getting 2 strikeouts in innings so far, allowing the walk to Williams. Was still in control of the situation, and now maybe losing a bit here as the top of the order now as Chase Murray steps in, the center fielder from the left side. Runners on the corners here with 2 outs. As fastball misses high and away as Debo will call time and head out to talk to his right-hander.
Yeah, now 11 out of the last 15 pitches have been balls from Austin Wood. He's had a trouble locating his pitches in the strike zone. The wind continues to pick up at Durant Park.
So righty-lefty matchup here with 2 outs. Wood tries to find his groove again as it was early in the inning as fastball runs away. So 2-0 now to leadoff man Murray. So 2 men on here with the runners in the corners with 2 outs. The 2-0 is chopped over, and it'll find a way up the valley in center, up the middle, and in scoring is Alika Williams. So
that's a big insurance run for the Bourne Braves, especially the way the Harwich Mariners have been hitting recently. Again, the last 11 batters have been retired for the Mariners, so they're going to need to put together some offense if they want to come back in this game.
As we get the Florida State Tomahawk chop going on right above us. So big RBI single there from Murray. Now stepping in as Tyler Fitzgerald with runners on first and second. Righty matchup here with 2 outs as fastball misses down in the zone.
And after 5, that was the 5th batter of the inning, and that was the first one to actually hit the ball in play. The other 4, it was 2 strikeouts and 2 walks.
Looking back towards second, fires towards home now, as that is a high pop-up in left field. Running over to his right side is Norman. He's under it, and will catch it for out number 3. However, not before the Bourne Braves strike back and tack on another one as they'll lead things now 4-2 heading into the top half of the 7th inning. You're listening to Mariners Baseball on the Harwich Mariners Radio Network.
Please purchase an exclusive membership card in our souvenir shop.
Welcome back in the top half of the 7th inning as the Harwich Mariners trail the Bourne Braves by a score of 4-2. Nick Morial back out on the mound for the Bourne Braves. Leading off for the Harwich Mariners is Danny Casals.
Leading off for the Mariners, the third baseman number 18 from the University of Maine, Danny Casals.
Casals set to step into the right-hander's batter's box. Base path's empty, no outs. It's Casals followed by Matheson. Casals 1 for 1 with an RBI. Had a sac fly back in the second and a single in the fourth. First pitch cut on and missed, and he loses the bat in the process. As the bat flies all the way to the backstop and the count 0-1.
You don't see that very often.
And luckily they have the netting here, and they have the netting at a lot of major league ballparks, which is primarily to prevent foul balls, but also the bat flying into the crowd, as a number of fans have been injured over the years.
I've seen a lot of those. I remember growing up a lot of time, there wasn't that netting there. You might just have the one over until maybe the batter's circle. Maybe there's nothing behind home plate. A lot has changed, which is for the better of the sport. Keep fans safe.
0-1 pitch cut on and missed, count 0-2. And there is some disconnection between the fan and the game, I think, but overall teams, especially the major league level, they want to make sure their fans are safe. They don't want to have any injuries, any people getting severely injured by getting hit in the head or some other place with a foul ball, as the 0-2 pitch is outside, count 1-2. The 1-2 offering. On the inside corner for strike 3. Casals can't believe it, as it's a breaking ball on the inside corner, and there's one away in the top half of the 7th inning.
And the Mariners still looking for their first base runner since the top half of the 4th inning, when Danny Casals actually singled.
But he was promptly thrown out in the double play ball from Matheson. Base path's empty, one out. Top of the 7th inning, a 4-2 Braves lead. The 0-1 offering. Cut on and missed at a pitch in the dirt, and the count no balls and 2 strikes.
I think if you're the Mariners here, you at least want to scratch one across, either in this inning, make it back into the 1-run lead. It's a lot easier to climb back from a one-run lead than a 2-run. From a confidence standpoint at the plate. And
0-2 pitch cut on and fouled off down the right field side. Matheson 0 for 2, grounded into a double play his last time up. He also struck out.
Pinch hit in yesterday's win. It was actually, I think, 2 batters before Galland hit that home run.
The 0-2 pitch cut on, a chopper over towards second base. Fielded by Fitzgerald. He'll toss on to first. They're 2 away. So Brad Debo steps into the left-hander's batter's box. 2 outs in the top half of the 7th inning. First pitch to Debo in there for a strike. Debo 2 for 7 so far in his time on the Cape. A 0-1 pitch misses low. Count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Debo came up to Cape Cod last season primarily to work on his catching abilities, his defensive play, and he grew many levels at that. Became a really good catcher this season defensively, and his offense He's also quite strong, hit .330 his freshman year. The 1-1 pitch is outside, count 2 balls and 1 strike on Brad Debo.
Threw out 4 base runners in the game earlier this season, so I guess you can say his catching improved.
The 2-1 pitch misses upstairs, count 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch caught on and fouled off. The netting down the third base side, and the count full at 3-2. If Debo is able to get on, he's followed by Norman, who is the 9-hitter in the Harwich order. The payoff pitch misses low for ball 4, and Brad Debo is aboard with a walk. Mariners trail 4-2 in the top of the 7th inning, and Ben Norman, the left-handed hitter, steps in. And this brings the tying run to the plate for the Mariners. Norman 0 for 2 on the day, though, with 2 strikeouts.
Could be a big at-bat here if they're going to collect a couple base hits together, even though there's 2 outs.
First pitch is a foul tip. Count 0-1.
Morreale, his first time tonight pitching from the stretch, so.
Debo leads off first. 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning. A 4-2 Braves lead. Ben Norman digs back into the left-hander's batter's box. The 0-1 pitch misses inside. It's going to get away from the catcher Johnson, and Brad Debo advances to second base.
That's a big 90 feet just gained there. Is it a single could score? Debo from second. And also, anything on the left, anything hit on the ground to the left side, we'll have to throw a cross arm in the first. They can't get the force out there. It's a little bit of a tougher play, but.
The 1-1 pitch upstairs and outside. Count 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1. Check swing, but he's in there for a strike nonetheless, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ben Norman. Norman had a .285 batting average coming into tonight's game. As he waves his bat back and forth. Debo off second, 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. 2-2 pitch, swung on and a blooper towards the third base line, but it goes foul at the last moment.
Yeah, Norman just threw out the hands on it now and able to make contact. Would have been a nice little slice down the third base line. If it dropped in for a base hit, that probably would have scored Debo. It didn't have a lot of steam on it, so it would have curved over towards the fence area. The game of inches, the game of baseball.
Norman digs back in. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Mariners trail by 2. The 2-2 pitch cut on a miss, struck him out. A fastball upstairs and out of the zone, but Norman goes chasing at the end of 6 1/2. We have the 7th inning stretch as the Bourne Braves lead the Harwich Mariners 4-2. You're listening to Mariners Baseball on the Harwich Mariners Radio Network.
And welcome back inside Doreen Field as a new pitcher on the mound for the Harwich Manors, as it is Jack Dreyer out of Johnston, Iowa. Stands 6'2", 190. Has a 6.23 ERA, 0-1 on the season, 4-1 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 strikeouts, as that was back in the start in Hyannis.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure the ERA over 6 is representative of the start that Jack Dreyer had. He got off to an outstanding start the first 3 innings, and then the 4th inning, everything sort of fell apart.
And that was part of basically the big inning for Hyannis in the whole game.
Spencer Horwitz.
They scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th, and I'm going on to win that one 5-3. So, you said it before, retired the first 9 batters, the first 11 batters, excuse me.
The first pitch in there for a strike on Spencer Horwitz, who is 3 for 3. The last hit he had was a soft ground ball over to shortstop that they gave a hit as well, although it could have arguably gone down as an error, as the 0-1 pitch misses outside, count 1-1, but nonetheless he's had 2 very clean base hits as well. 1-1 pitch misses for ball 2, count 2 balls and 1 strike.
And these next 2 batters in Horwitz and Brickhouse has really wreaked havoc for this Manors pitching staff so far.
2-1 pitch, fouled off to the backstop, count 2-2. You'd have to think someone like Jack Dreyer, who can pitch long innings, may be in here for the duration of this game. 2-2 pitch, misses outside, count goes full at 3-2.
Also with Horwitz and Brickhouse being left-handers, lefty-lefty, and LaSource has already been out there for, so those hitters have seen LaSource, excuse me.
3-2 pitch, misses outside, and Horwitz holds up on the check swing. He draws a walk to lead off the bottom of the 7th. So runner on first, no outs in the bottom of the 7th, and the cleanup hitter Spencer Brickhouse steps into the left-hander's batter's box. Brickhouse homered back in the 3rd inning. It's a high fly ball to center field that just kept on going and going, and with the wind heavily pushing the ball out in center field, ended up going over the fence. The first pitch misses upstairs for ball 1 on Brickhouse.
If you're Dreyer, you're just trying to prevent the Braves from scoring another run and really putting this game out of reach.
The 1-0 pitch upstairs, count goes to 2 balls and no strikes.
Especially with the Mariners only have 6 outs left in this game.
And traditionally, Jack Dreyer is somebody who has a very good command of the strike zone. But in his first 8 pitches, just 2 strikes and 6 balls. 2-0 pitch is swung on and lifted into left field. Coming in is Norman. He loses the hat but makes the catch. Now throws to first, and they are able to double off Horwitz. It's a double play on a shallow fly ball into left field, and a great play by Ben Norman.
Especially since he was coming in to shallow left center. They'll get some momentum, and Horwitz was just too far, caught in between. And a great job by Norman to double him up.
It's great awareness because not everybody's going to see how far Horwitz is off the base and then have the ability and the arm strength to make the throw to first on the fly. First pitch is lining to center field. Watson takes a couple steps in and makes the catch, so Jared Triolo lines out to center field to end the bottom half of the 7th inning. After 7 innings of play, it's the Harwich Mariners 2 and the Bourne Braves 4. You're listening to Mariners Baseball on the Harwich Mariners Radio Network. Welcome back inside Durant Park in the top half of the 8th inning. The Harwich Mariners trail the Bourne Braves 4-2. And left-handed hitter Cam Thompson set to step into the batter's box.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. Now pitching.
As there is a
for
new
the
pitcher
Braves, number 19 from the University of Louisville, Mike McAveen.
for the Bourne Braves. Michael McAveen, the right-handed pitcher out of Louisville. McAveen throwing 1 2/3 innings, allowed 1 earned run for the Braves. The Mariners bats need to find a way to get some base runners and drive home some runs. Had their first base runner since the 4th inning last inning when Debo drew a walk, but they're going to need to actually get some contact and drive some balls into the outfield.
There haven't been that many hard-hit balls for the Mariners today anyway. A lot of their hits there have been a couple ones, but a lot of them have kind of been off the end of the bat or just bloopers. So.
And Morial was fantastic. 2 innings, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, no hits, no runs. Really shut down the Mariners' bats. So they'll try their luck against McAveen. So Cam Thompson steps back in. First pitch, right down the middle for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch, swung on and fouled off down the left field side, out of play. Thompson had some pretty good contact there, but it was well foul. Base path's empty. No outs, top of the 8th inning. Mariners trail the Braves by 2 runs. Thompson taps home plate once. The 0-2 pitch misses upstairs, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Getting Thompson on as a leadoff man. We put some pressure on the Braves here.
The 1-2 offering misses wildly upstairs, and the count 2-2.
Especially with the Thompson having some speed out on the base paths.
I think it's important for the Mariners to realize that it's not Thompson's run that matters. They can't have him run into an out on the base paths if he were to get on. 2-2 pitch, cut on, line drive in the middle for a base hit. And Cam Thompson is aboard with no outs in the top of the 8th. It's still important they score runs because it's not the 9th inning yet. So they could get 1. They could draw within a run for the 9th. But again, the tying run's the one that matters for the Mariners right now. They don't want to run themselves into any outs right now. They need base runners. They don't need to just have a runner advance a base or 2. It could run himself into an out. So it's Chris Gallant. Stands in from the right side. Homered in last night's game, was the hero for the Mariners, looking to do it again here. First pitch is swung on and fouled off down the third base side. And that was the first Mariners base hit since Casals had a hit in the 4th inning. As the Mariners bats look to get going. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. The count goes even at 1-1.
Good block by Cooper Johnson there, allowing Thompson to advance towards second as that one was spiked into the dirt. Able to adjust his body, throw down his knees, and sacrifice the body in order to save 90 feet and the double play chance.
The 1-1 pitch, cut on and missed. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Chris Gallant. Braves lead the Mariners 4-2 in the top half of the 8th inning. Cam Thompson leads off of first. Chris Gallant stands in the right-hander's batter's box. Throw over to first as Cam Thompson dives back in safely.
I was saying with Thompson's speed earlier, it was if Gallant can just find something in the gap there, he's fast enough, he can come around to score. If Gallant can find a way to put this ball in play.
1-2 pitch, swung on, a high pop-up down the right field line. Giving chase is the right fielder Barzell, but he's unable to make the play as it's out of reach. Gallant steps back into the right-hander's batter's box. No outs. Runner on first. The 1-2 pitch. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. So Gallant goes down on strikes at a pitch up and out of the zone. There's one away in the top of the 8th.
Seems like he got tied up there. The curveball upstairs was forcefully tied up there as it kind of just put the bat head through the zone. Was unsure, and unfortunately for him, goes down on strikes tonight for the first time tonight.
1 out, top of the 8th. Mariners trail 4-2 as Zach Watson stands in the right-hander's batter's box, and I don't think the Mariners would rather have anyone else up. First pitch is a fastball. This is inside at 91. Count 1 ball and no strikes.
Watson 1 for 3 tonight. He has struck out twice, but did single back in the 3rd inning. Tries to continue his hot streak, I should say, before he's been off to the last bout on this 4-game winning streak.
1-0 pitch, check swing, but he goes around and the count 1-1. Thompson stands on first base. Watson digs back into the right-hander's batter's box. 1 out, top of the 8th inning. Throwing back over to first base is McAveen. Diving in safely is Thompson. It's a chilly night in Bourne.
Yeah, once that sun goes down, time to bring out the blankets after that.
The 1-1 pitch, cut on, a high fly ball to left field. Swan headed back to the track, and it's going to 2-hop the wall. Rounding third base, and coming home is Thompson. The throw, not in time. Slides it safely. It's an RBI double for Zach Watson, and the Harwich Mariners cut the deficit to 1.
And there's Thompson's speed just flashing off right there. Able to score on a RBI double into left field corner. It'll go first to home.
And he continues his red-hot streak. It's a breaking ball left out over the middle of the plate, and he pulls that ball into the left field corner. And you mentioned the speed of Thompson. Thompson able to come all the way around on a double. And with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning, the Harwich Mariners have the tying run at second base. First pitch, cut on and miss, count 0-1 on Tanner Morris.
Yeah, with only 1 away now, with Watson off a second, they can have multiple opportunities at trying to score Watson from second.
Morris 1 for 3 on the day. 0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled off. Count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Morris a total of 7 for 20 on the season. That's good for a .350 batting average. Watson stands in scoring position on second base. One out in the top of the 8th. Mariners trail 4-3. The 0-2 pitch, cut on and missed at a fastball upstairs. And Morris goes down on strikes. It's a quick 3-pitch strikeout from McAveen.
Now batting the first baseman number 15 from the University of Tennessee, Andrew Lipsius.
Lipsius steps back into the right-hander's batter's box. Norman leads off second. First pitch, misses for ball 1. A single should tie the game, as Watson is one of the fastest players in the Mariners team. It's a team loaded with speed. 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled off. I mean, Thompson, Galland, Watson, these are all guys who have elite speed.
Talk about Coach Angler, old school type of baseball guy, loves to use that speed, putting guys in motion.
I would doubt that Watson's going to go with the 2 outs. He's already in scoring position. Don't want to risk trying to get to third base. 1-1 pitch is cut on and missed with a fastball upstairs, and they count 1-2. Mariners trail by 1 in the top of the 8th. 2 outs. Watson stands on second. Lipsius digs back into the right-hander's batter's box. McAveen gets a sign from Johnson. The 1-2 upstairs. Count goes even at 2-2. Following Lipsius would be Casals and then Matheson. Two-two pitch, breaking ball outside, and the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Watson leads off at second base, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Three-two pitch, misses just outside for ball 4. McAveen wanted it, he doesn't get it. And now the runner's on first and second with 2 outs.
Yeah, Johnson really held that one there for a couple extra seconds. Probably asked the home plate umpire where that one missed. But
now a meeting at the mound as the entire infield, no, excuse me, just the catcher will have a meeting out on the mound. Catcher Johnson returns to behind home plate. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Mariners trail the Braves 4-3. First pitch right down the middle for strike 1. A single should tie the game. An extra base hit could give the Mariners the lead as the go-ahead run stands on first. The 0-1 pitch to Casals is swung on and popped up out of play. Count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Braves lead the Mariners 4-3 in the top of the 8th. Oh, 2 pitch in there for strike 3, a breaking ball at the knees. And Casals goes down looking. The end of 7.5. It's the Mariners 3 and the Braves 4. You're listening to Mariners Baseball on the Harwich Mariners Radio Network. Welcome back in the bottom half of the 8th inning. The Harwich Mariners trail the Bourne Braves 4-3. A new pitcher for the Harwich Mariners is Kyle Murphy out of Northeastern.
Murphy wearing number 39 for the Mariners this year is 6'2", weighs 225, right-hander junior out of Northeastern. Making his second appearance of the season is 0-1 with 1 inning pitched, 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks. So he looks to change his fortunes here late in the game and try to hold this at about trailing 1 run.
First pitch in there for a strike on the outside corner. Danny Oriene. So 0-1 pitch